My niece, my beautiful niece, say hello.
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 Is starting to wear makeup. Now, like so many girls of your age, you're not quite sure how to do it properly and you want to learn. So makeup at your age should always be just fun, but bright green eyeshadow and pink lipstick in the same look is maybe a look for home. Okay?
Yeah, experiment only.
Experiment only. So we're going to teach you a nice way to do your makeup that you're less likely to be told off about at school.
Not overdoing it.
Not overdoing it. Right, so we have 2 rules. Do not pluck your eyebrows yourself, because if you have lovely brows like this when you're young, if you pluck them, you will ruin them and you will regret it for the rest of your life. Your eyebrows are perfect and I don't want you to touch them ever. Thank you. Number 2, always take your makeup off. Your skin will turn from this lovely canvas to gross if you don't take your makeup off. Take your makeup off, you cleanse your skin, and you apply a moisturiser at the minimum. So normal for teenagers, isn't it, to get spots, so we'll teach you how to cover those up as well in this video. So this is what it's going to look like, and I'm going to show you how you get there because it looks gorgeous. So before we get started, I just wanted to say that when you're a teenager, I feel like there's certain things that you always want to change about yourself. Maybe it's the things that people notice about you. Maybe you're taller than people, maybe you're shorter, you're paler, darker, you've got curly hair colour, anything. There's always things when you are a teenager that you might feel self-conscious about, and you have no reason to feel self-conscious about it. And it's exactly the things that when you're older, you are going to love about yourself. We don't put makeup on with the ambition of everybody looking the same. We want to play up everyone's uniqueness so everyone looks beautiful in their own
Unique way.
In their own unique way. Okay, so let's get started and we'll show you how to do it.
Yes, we shall.
Should we clap and we'll get it on? Ready? 1, 2, 3. So, first of all, the beautiful skin we need to prep. So we're going to put on a moisturiser. Get one that is good for teenage skin. This is Elizabeth's daughter. And how are you getting on with it?
Very nice. It smells like sun cream.
It smells like about that much. Can you have that, please? Thanks. Ta-da! What a natural. And we're going to prep the face. Even if you have oily skin or you have spots, put on a moisturiser. You can always use an oil-free one, okay? Okay, so beautiful fresh canvas. So I'm going to use a tinted moisturiser, not a foundation, because you don't need to
Foundation clogs your skin.
It clogs your skin up. You don't need that, okay? You don't even need a tinted moisturiser on. But we want everybody at home to know how to do it properly.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to be using a NARS one. We're going to use a brush like this, okay? And we're just going to pop on a really small amount. Right there. A really small amount onto this, okay? Just like this. Tiny, 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 tiny. Okay? And this is how you would do it. So can you see that? Like circular motions. Okay? A little bit on your forehead.
Should I have my eyes closed?
You can have your eyes closed, but obviously if you were doing this on yourself, like most people would be,
I would not.
open your eyes, because otherwise you're not going to see what you're doing. So, circular motions. So can you see how you do that? You do that. So don't pinch the brush, that's it. And make sure it's really well blended. So where you need to check is all around here, that you haven't got any lines, okay? And can you see this blends seamlessly into her skin? Now we're going to move in. Oh, what a YouTuber, go on. We're going to be using some concealers. So I've bought 2 different colours because I wanted to see what one would be better for your skin. And you go really dark, don't you, in the summer? So let me hold them up. So we've got winter and a summer colour, and we can mix in between basically. If you are covering up spots, you basically need to apply it and not move it around too much, okay? Never use the wand to apply directly on the face, okay? Put a little bit in the back of your hand, and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to apply it onto wherever needs it. So just like that. And you can either use your finger just to blend it out really softly, or you can use something like this, which is a little sponge which you can just dab on, and it just makes sure everything's blended. Okay, So if you've got any areas that need just a little bit of like extra coverage, you can just, and if some of you are starting to get a little bit of like dark circles, which I highly doubt it because you're young, but if you look up, you just get a tiny bit there. And that will just make you look a little bit more awake, because I know you teenagers like your sleep. Now the reason why we don't put this directly on the skin, you can transfer any bacteria from a spot into your concealer, which you don't want to do, okay? So always from the concealer to the hand on the face, but never this directly on spots, okay? Next we're going to go on to a little bit of blush. So this is, where's your YouTube hand? That's it, perfect. Sorry, Profesh. This is Barry M Lip and Cheek Tint, okay? So we just need a tiny bit of this. This is colour Summer Rose. So we just need a tiny bit, and we're going to use this same brush as we did for the tinted moisturiser. Now if you use a brush like this, you're going to get a nice blended finish, okay? So that's why we use one like this. So tiny little amount like that, and I'm just going to dab on a little bit like that. You see? And then I'm just going to use that and gently blend that in like that. See that? That looks really nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've just looked at the lights and now I'm blinded.
You shouldn't look at the lights, don't
So this is just keeping it nice and fresh and like an actual blush rather than powder blush. Yeah?
Bronze.
Next we've got some bronzer. Now I'm just doing this because you were quite curious about bronzer, weren't you? You
Yes.
absolutely do not need bronzer at your age, remember? But we're just going to give this on just so you know how to do it if you wanted to do it. So I'm going to take this. I haven't gone too much darker than her skin, and then we are going to use this, which is a kabuki brush. It's also just like a big brush. Any big brush will do, okay? I'm going to dab it in there, okay? And then we're going to sweep a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the chin, anywhere where the sun would hit you, okay? So if you think the sun is coming from here, where's it hitting
By the
you?
light.
So directionally from above, a little bit there, a little bit down the nose, a little bit on the cheeks, okay? That's all you need, tiny bit. A lot of you are going to be wondering about highlighter because it's a big thing at the minute. Now again, if you want to play with it, play with something like this. So this is a cream highlighter. So basically you want to keep everything cream if you can, but highlighters, again, go in this sort of area. So cheekbones, think of where the light hits you again. Cheekbones a little bit on the nose. I would steer clear of powder highlighters because it's going to look too powdery and so you give you a little bit of a glow. Okay, next we are going to go in with eyeshadow. So I've got this set. So we're using orangey goldies browns, and that's what's going to make her eyes look really, really nice, and it's still going to look natural.
Not greens.
Not greens.
Or pinks.
Or
or
pinks.
blues.
Yes.
Blues and purples make you look like you have a black eye.
Yes, they do. So we're going to use a big brush like this, and this is going to basically blend it into your eyes flawlessly. Okay, so close your eyes for me. And then we're just going to sweep it across like this. And can you see that colour is just barely there? And that's going to be your base. So you want to apply a base, okay? And that's just going to make everything go on nicely. Then I'm going to take something like this, which is a little bit of a darker colour, a little bit of shimmer in it. And then basically you want to apply your eyeshadow, anything darker, on the outside third. So inside third, middle, outside third. And imagine there's a V here. Now the key to eyeshadow is blend, 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 blend it. Just to give it, jazz it up a little bit, I'm going to take a lighter colour and then close your eyes. I'm just going to put it in the middle of her lid there. Can you see that just makes it just pop a little bit? And everything is nice and blended. Okay, so at your age, again, you really don't need much with your brows. Your brows are beautiful. What was the number one rule?
Don't pluck your brows.
Don't pluck your brows. So we are going to take a clear mascara, okay? And we're just gonna comb through the brows, and that's just gonna set them, make them look nice and neat, give you a bit of definition without too much. So we're gonna pull the brows up like that, which might look a little bit crazy to start with. And then you take this brush and follow the top of the brow like that. I would just complete this look with an e.l.f. lip lacquer. So this is like a lip gloss, and it's quite a nudie neutral colour. And this is just going to moisturise your lips. Just give you a little bit of a pop. And you just apply this in your lips. Don't go outside of the line. Do your lips feel nice and moisturised now?
Yes.
Beautiful. So that is where I would leave it for you. So these two next bits you do not need to use, okay? Understand you probably want to learn how to use them. So we are talking about mascara and eyeliner. Teach you how to use it, so when you do want to experiment with it, you know what you're doing. We take the eyeliner, make sure it's nice and sharp, okay? And you would close your eyes. You pull up this bit, so the skin's nice and taut, and you get as close to the lash line as possible. You just draw that on like that, okay? And literally that tiny little bit is all you would need, okay? Can you see it just gives you a little bit of whatever you want eyeliner to do, but you definitely do not need it. Keep it on this section of the eye, on the outside section, okay? Now to soften it off, use one of your fingers and just smudge that in, okay? I'm not going to show you how to do this because you shouldn't be doing this. But if you did want to do it on your eyeline, okay, you know you were asking me the other day, you would pull this down, and you would look up, and you would draw it in here, okay? And you can extend it just slightly outside of the eye there. The last thing you would probably want to know what to do, and again, I'm not saying you should do this, is mascara, okay? So we've just got one of these. I will list everything that we're using down below as well. So you just take the brush out, and really you don't want to use too much at all, and you're just zigzagging up. And I'm just going to do it right at the end of yours because your eyelashes are so dark anyway. But you zigzag and you zigzag. Oh, oh no. And that does happen sometimes, and I'll tell you how to get rid of that. So you do that, then you get your makeup brush. Good, isn't it? If you look, when you're doing it, 3/4 of the way down, like, look a little bit further down. That's it, like that. And zigzag up. And zigzag up. And zigzag up, okay? And then you're not gonna get it on your eyeshadow. I've also got this comb, and what that's gonna do is stop your mascara from looking lumpy and horrible. So, exactly how you do the mascara. I'm just gonna comb that through. You don't get horrible clumpy mascara. Now you can do that on the bottom as well if you want, but I'm not going to do that for you because you don't even need it on your top, but never mind the bottom. Okay, so we're all done. Do you like it?
I do like it, yes.
Do you feel confident that you could do this now and recreate it?
I feel like I could recreate it.
And do you feel like you don't need as much makeup as you thought you did?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
You look gorgeous, but you look gorgeous with no makeup on anyway. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.